As a content creator, photographer, artist, videographer, whatever you do, ideally, you don't want to do free work. I mean, it sucks, right? But you can agree with me that there are situations where you end up having to do free work, or you just find yourself in this situation. So in this video, I'm going to share the only 3 situations that you should do free work in. I'll admit that these are probably subjective, so it's probably not an exclusive list. The first one is actually very important, and it actually applies to the other 2 that I'm going to share, and this is to have a contract. When you do free work, even if it's for a family member, or if it's for a friend, or if it's for a company, have something in writing. It doesn't have to be necessarily a whole formal contract, but it could be an email. It could be, WhatsApp. These days, people use it as a formal way of communication. There can be so many blurry lines when you're doing things for free, but as long as there's something written down, just protects you and protects your time, because your time is valuable, by the way. And if you're using any gear or anything, any resources, all of that is valuable. So you need to state the time frame of the project, what you're going to be using, what they are allowed to get from you, the only services, what are the boundaries of the services that you're providing. Let's say they were supposed to give you a product for a photo shoot. What happens if they don't give you the product within the stipulated time? How many reverts do they get to have? It's not just a free gig, which is just like all over the place, and they can always come back 2 months later or 3 months later, whatever. If you've done free jobs, you probably know that I'm not even exaggerating when people just come up after 6 months and they're like, can you also change the colors? You're like, do you think this is free for life? It's not being rude or anything. It's just being professional, actually, at the end of the day. The second thing is if you're getting value out of what you're doing. And I'm not talking about exposure as it is termed and used and thrown around all over the place, because exposure is not value. I'm sorry, but yeah, exposure is just exposure. When I talk about getting value, I'm talking about doing a project that is genuinely guaranteed to bring back value to you. You're guaranteed to get a connection. You're guaranteed to get work or to get more projects. It needs to be tangible. You need to feel that if I do this, I'm gonna get A, B, or C out of this job. The third reason is if you're building a portfolio or if you're practicing. Before I started doing product videos, I did a couple of free jobs, and I did a lot of practice with certain products, and I was just doing things for free, and I knew why I was doing it. I wanted to build my portfolio first, and then secondly, I also wanted to practice so that when I actually start charging clients for it, I'm charging them for something that I'm already good at. So I feel like those situations are very important, because you sort of like 2 birds with 1 stone. You are learning, but you are also building a portfolio that can get you hired, or can get you recruited in a company, or that can just build you up as a creative. Now, those are the 3 main situations that personally for me, I think you can say, yes to free jobs. If there are other cases where you feel like I might have left out or that are important, just drop them down in the comments below. But I will also share now the cases where you need to run. Just don't even entertain those cases. The first one is when someone says to you,
oh, we love your work and we've seen your Instagram and your website. Wow, it's amazing. We are a startup. And
when they start like that, you must know.
We don't have a budget right now, but we are gonna have a lot of work coming in. If we do this work together, then we're gonna be bringing a lot of work to you. So you're gonna be doing a lot of work, but we just would want a discount, or would want a free job now, but with the promise that we'll bring more work for you.
No. I've been in the advertising industry for almost 8 years now, and I can tell you 99% of the time, it's a trap. Don't even try it. Don't even do it. Think about this. If a new shop was to open just down the road, wherever you live, you go in the first day, you go in and you're like, Can you guys give me bread for free? I just live down the corner there, and I promise you I'm going to be buying bread from this shop every day. If you just give me this bread for free today, they will not give you. They can't live by your promises, because if they were to do that, like, everyone can just come and promise them anything. And it's a business. There's a structure. It's either you have the money or you don't. I know it gets so difficult. And there's a video that I actually recorded earlier a few months ago. I'm just going to put it up here, where I was saying it's okay to say no. It's okay. It's a tricky thing, especially as creatives, as people who most times are trying to get as much work as we can. It's tricky because you're like, if I say no, maybe I need this money, maybe it's gonna work out, maybe they will actually give me these jobs. But yeah, just don't fall in that trap. And another one is if someone comes and they're like, oh, we love your work, it's amazing, but we can't really trust you because we've worked with other designers or videographers or photographers who are not that great, or they disappointed us. So can you do the work first and then we'll pay you later? In those cases, first of all, it's not your fault that they dealt with people that were not professional enough. And then second of all, again, think of any company really that will do work for free, and then you get to decide whether you pay them or not when they're done with the work. Like, it doesn't work. Did I say work 3 times? It can't, balance the myths. I could go on actually the whole day with this topic, but I think I'm actually gonna just stop it here. Every time you take on a job or you take on a project, you're investing your time, you're investing your resources, which is all value at the end of the day. So yeah, let me know if this video is helpful, and if you have any comments, any subtractions or any additions. And yeah, if you like my videos, please do not forget to subscribe and put on the notification bell so that you don't miss a thing. Until next time, my name is Z.